so I'll be there. Never leaving you in the darkness.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a sit-down video and I wanted to talk about the birth story of our second born son. So I did this video for Kiele and I really like looking back on it and just being able to remember everything that happened. And so since he's only a month old already, it's kind of nice. I can remember everything and I just wanted to document this. So it all started at 39 weeks. I had been having early labor for starting at 36 weeks. So I kind of was just thinking that my water would break and that I would just go in, but it actually took a while. I was just having early labor for so long. So I go into my appointment, it was in the morning. They checked me and I was like, I think I was 4 centimeters dilated already. And she's like, oh yeah, you're gonna have this baby really soon. And since I wanted to have a VBAC, they decided that I could actually get induced if I wanted to, and I was ready to get induced. I just wanted the baby out. So they decided to schedule a induction for the next day, and so I thought I was going to be giving birth the next day. After that appointment, we went home. Gerald had cars to work on, so he was busy working, and I was just having these contractions that started to pick up in speed, and they started to last longer, and then they started to get painful, and then that's when I knew that it was time to go in. I told Gerald, I was like, we need to go. So my parents watched Kiele, and we packed our bags and we went to the hospital. When we got to the hospital, I was already 7 centimeters. When I went in, they were like, oh, okay, we'll check you and we'll get you all ready, and they were taking forever. They were just taking their sweet time getting the IV in, and I was just waiting around. I was like, okay, you're gonna check me? I need to get my epidural. I do not want to do this without it. So they finally checked me and they're like, oh my goodness, you're already a 7. Let's get you the epidural and all that. So once they realized that it was we were gonna be there a while, they kind of started picking up the pace, and I got the epidural. With my daughter, I went as long as I could without getting the epidural, but since I had already done that before, I decided that I was going to get the epidural as soon as I could. After I got it, I kind of relaxed, and Gerald and I just rested. We got to the hospital at 6:30. We rested all night until around 4, and then at 4 they're like, okay, we can start pushing. You're 10 centimeters dilated. I didn't have to have any Pitocin or any medications, which was really nice. My body kind of just knew what to do, I think, and so I progressed a lot faster. So at 4 o'clock in the morning, I started pushing and then kept pushing, and then it started to feel with my daughter where I was pushing and nothing was happening. 3 hours went by and I was still pushing, and with Kiele, I pushed for 3 hours as well. And then at that point, I had a C-section because I just wasn't progressing after that. With my son, when I started to get to the 3-hour mark, I started to get really stressed because I thought I was going down the same path and I thought I was gonna have to get a C-section again. So I was just pushing with all my might, and I started feeling the contractions again, but I didn't want to press the button because I wanted to be able to feel it and really have a consistent push. I was having a really strong mental battle with myself, telling myself that I could do it. There were definitely points where I told myself I couldn't do it, and then that's when Gerald and my mom stepped in and they helped me really stay focused. So then 4 hours go by and I'm still pushing, and after every push I'm crying because I'm thinking, oh my gosh, they're gonna come in, they're gonna tell me I have to have a C-section. I just wasted all this energy. But then they told me that I was actually progressing and the baby was moving down and that they could start seeing the head, and then that kind of got me going, and I was just so excited. And then everybody in the room was just super positive, and they just kept telling me that I could do it, which really helped. I had an amazing team of midwives and doctors that really helped me get through it, with my mom and Gerald at my side. And after 4 hours of pushing, he came out, and it was the best feeling ever. It was very painful because I felt everything, but after that, it was the best feeling ever, just having him on me and just knowing that I did it, and that that I didn't have to have the C-section. It was just such a crazy feeling to have something completely different happen, and it was just a completely different experience. After I gave birth, it was just Gerald and I felt like we had more time to just relax with him, and we kind of just were like in shock that that actually just happened, and he was finally here. And they weighed him, and he was 8 pounds 6 ounces. He was born at 8:22 in the morning on 9/11, which was a Tuesday. 15 hours was a lot better than with my firstborn, which was like 30 hours, I think. Gerald seemed a lot more calm this time around too, and he kind of knew what to do, and he knew what to say to help me, and he knew what not to say because I was kind of crazy. So yeah, that is it for my birth story of a successful VBAC. I hope you guys liked the story. Let me know in the comments below, and please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Look at your little face. Oh my goodness.